Right, I don't know why really I'm doing this video, but I have done a video before, roughly talking about the same subject or specifically a TV show of any denote. Well, anyone that I like anyway, because it won't be the point of talking about a TV show I didn't like. But anyhow, uh, wait there, I'll pause it actually, because I can't really concentrate. Right, so I'm watching Emmerdale at the moment, British soap opera, at 8:54 on Friday the 28th of August. And, like, I didn't get it right, but every so often when they have to like refresh things and kill off a main character or someone that's been in it for more than 10 years, but this guy specifically, Jimmy King has been in it for 22 and a half years, and he was starting to go a bit stale at times, but he was still funny, especially his relationship with Bob, like his friend, and the other people. Like specifically the four people that are in the pub at the moment, because I've just paused it so I can properly concentrate and talk to you about this subject and questioning. But anyhow, it's just that like sometimes it's not the actual like moment leading up to it. Right, things were distracting me there because I looked over and something was just sitting right. Right, anyway, so as I was saying, that like specifically, it's not like the bit leading up to it or the actual thing happening when a main character gets killed off just to make it fresh and make it like surprising and then like it builds up to a really big moment where a crash happens or a fire happens. But anyway, it's not that moment, it's the aftermath, everyone being sad all the time that really bugs me. I mean, I know they've got to be because that's what it would be like in real life, but it's just so irritating because you get at least 10 or 11 episodes where everyone's just sad all the time and they lash out because they've lost their loved one and it's annoying. But I did read stuff on Facebook. Aye, yesterday about saying that it's pathetic, the storylines are rubbish and it's pathetic. But to be fair though, on yesterday's episode, even if she didn't, like, no, even if she did try and help him, but didn't be successful, at least she tried, but she didn't. And for some reason, Jimmy was being more calm and being the one that wasn't hurt, or looking like he wasn't, but he was. And it was just stupid, and then Joe surviving instead because, well, he might not completely survive because he could die in hospital, but the thing is though that Graham managed to get him out and he was breathing and talking, but he still needs to go to hospital, so he could. Uh, Aye, but it's sometimes it gets a bit pathetic and a bit like what do you call that? Far fetched. That's it. Aye, but aye, and the other thing as well though that Coronation Street does that Emmerdale doesn't today is that Coronation Street. Well, no, like well, award shows or people put higher up in the like the thing. The actors that have been on it for so long, like they're more revered. But like for instance, anyone that's been on Emmerdale for more than 10 years, or say like 20 years or more, they didn't get enough like credit and recognition that they deserve. Like Eric, er, Eric Pollard, aye, has been on it definitely now for at least 35 years or more, and he's not got enough credit for what he does or awards, or he's no thought as highly as like someone for EastEnders or Coronation Street. But when someone's been on a soap for more than say 15 years, they get pigeonholed as being a soap actor or actress, and some of them go on to do bigger and better things, like that Patsy Kensit. She went on to do things because even before Emmerdale, she was on one of the Lethal Weapon films, and then there's someone that used to be on Coronation Street with black hair, and she's been on some cop programs, so she's done really well for herself. The one that was Becky on Coronation Street, she done quite well for herself. The one that was Tina, I think, on Coronation Street, she done well for herself after leaving it. But people that didn't like soaps or really think it's such a waste of time, effort and money, think that they can't act, can't sing, and it's like... what do you call it? Like an insult to acting to call them proper actors. But no, they are proper actors. But anyway, the other thing as well is that... they definitely do get pigeonholed. Like, even if someone's been on a soap for 15 years, but then done something for 18 or 19 years, they'll still get credited and, known for being the character they were on the soap. But anyway, you've got to watch the rest of Emmerdale, then watch the rest of the football till 9:45, and then watch Coronation Street. But overall, Coronation Street's better, but there was a period where Emmerdale was better. I think it was maybe like, say, 2013 to 2016. But recently, every single time I watch Emmerdale and Coronation Street in the last 3 years, I've always said that the episode I enjoy the most is the Coronation Street episode. Because Coronation Street's got a bit more grit and a wee bit more sort of realism and a tiny little bit less like comedic aspect to it, and a tiny little bit more like oomph and more like just like it's more thought about and more budget friendly. But I couldn't have one without the other, and I didn't mean on the song you can't have one without the other. So I didn't mean it like that. But anyhow, so that was it. And then tomorrow, 3:00 kick-off in the afternoon, Broxburn Athletic are going to play at home. Everton are playing against Bournemouth, so all that will happen on Saturday the 29th of August 2026. And the day, I may as well just document it, that today I had the dentist in the morning, came back a bit, maybe say, I think it was about 10:30. Wait, no, in fact, no, it must have been after 10:30. No, it definitely was. It was about, say, 11:15, and then I had to try and build up a big, long, about 4.5 feet unit that had a built-in fireplace. I may as well show you. No, quite sold on it yet, but I did put the fire on earlier to get used to it. And to be fair, once I've had about another 2 days looking at it and seeing what I can give, then it's good. But it's just that the bit on top isn't wide enough for the TV, so you can't put a sound bar directly underneath it, or underneath this, directly in front of the stand for the TV, and the sound bar and Virgin kind of slot underneath the bit of the TV, so you can hide it a bit more. And if we want to play like an Xbox 360 or Xbox One when we have family gatherings, we'll either have to put it just on the ground or at the side, standing up, because it can't go on top of the bit. The top where the TV stand is sitting on, the top bit, just needs to be 5 centimetres longer, and then you could easily fit the Boost sound bar on it. But apart from that, it's good. But it's probably about that much lower now, so the top it's that much lower down on the ground than it was before. But I don't know. I really did like that other one. It was all right. But when my mother told me about the price, I knew I had a coronary. I can't remember exactly, but it was free, it was a free figure sum. But to be fair, this is what I would do, right? If I was in charge of the world, I would let everyone in the world buy. No, not buy it, but get it, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Anything that you can buy, like a product or food or drinks, I would let someone try it, and then based on the flavour or the taste or the aesthetics of it or what it can do for you, like say you build up a unit and you use it and then you have it for a couple of days, whatever you think it's worth, that's what you pay for it. So that's what I would put, instead of having a fixed price on something, I would give it to the customer, let them try it for a couple of days, and then if they really like it, based on what it can do and what it can achieve, and then say someone comes in and says they like it and say like what they like about it and what they dislike about it, then you can base on the price so you can buy it, so that you never ever get ripped off or over pay for something. Like for instance, like instead of say you get a new vinyl record and it's like say £20, obviously over time it'll be worth it because you've listened to it more than 20 times, but to pay £20 outright for a vinyl record, you shouldn't. I mean, basically and in essence, everything that goes into making something, you need to pay for it for the overall things. It's stupid when you have to consider all that into like the cost of like making it, like putting it in the box, then the cost of shipping it out, then the cost of like someone taking it to your house and all that. Or say you go into like a swanky place, like in a really nice area, like a really nice shopping mall or centre. Aye, and you go to like say an artisan place or a place in a shopping centre that's a wee bit upmarket. Aye, like a shop that's a wee bit dearer than normal shops. And you think sometimes it's worth paying a bit extra for extra quality, but then it's no for certain qualities. Like for instance, that is absolutely beautiful, but I would never pay any more than about, say, maybe at a push, £1.40 for that. But some places you can get it for £1.30, but some places you can get it for £1.99, and some places you can get it for only 99 pence. Like in Broxburn it's 99 pence, and Livingston Shopping Centre, if it's there, and Living News, it's £1.99, but it's definitely not worth £1.99 on its own. I would say at a push, the flavour and overall like aesthetics, I would only pay at least £1.30 for it. It's no worth £1.99, no way. No way. Because it would taste nicer if it was worth £1.99. And then I really hate it in this bloody day and age about things that are very, very, very intriguing. Oh, intriguing, like American products, like sweeties, candy, liquid-based beverages. How that, like for instance, because I like them, Monster, when they first bring them into Britain, they're $3.99, and then if they become popular enough and people buy them, then they slowly bring them back out again in a 500 Danny Mill can, and they go from $3.99 down to between £1.40 and £1.90. But as I said again, it's not worth even half. Like all the Monsters being $3.99 when they first come to Britain. Right, anyway, I started talking about Emmerdale and soaps, and then I started talking about the real pricey items. But that's what I would do if I was in charge of the world. Well, no, the world obviously, but Britain, I mean, aye, because things are just getting ridiculously overpriced. One of these days we're going to wake up and we're going to get charged for the privilege of breathing. It's mental. Right, anyway, bye. Bye.